So the next Black identity.
It's similar to the first one, very similar, but I called it the Black Creationist. So where the supremacist believes that sort of black is supreme, the creationist believes that black is first and everything that exists today came from blackness. So everything and all things were created by and for black people, all technology, all culture, architecture, science, medicine, education, literature. Anything that is good, though, anything that's sort of praiseworthy and in existence today was first stolen from black people. All the lands, all the resources, good inventions were first owned by black people. And it's all, there's no exception. So I had this idea when I would have personal debates with people, and it was like, well, we invented maths. We invented, even in the earlier debate with Lauren Hill, she referenced that. You would have people saying, well, black people created maths and science. The first thing I think of is, if you created these things, then why are there sort of different initiatives and programs, to lessen the bar for black demographic groups, especially in the US, lowering the standards, of admissions, you know, saying that standardized tests are racist, maths, things like maths are racist. So it doesn't compute in my mind how your group, your so-called group, is the inventor and the initiator of such things that you are currently struggling for today. If you were the pioneers of it, then the best person who, or the best people who are good for actually continuing this work or whatever, is yourself. So that's what I thought about when I thought of the black creationist.
Okay, so just to offer a little bit of pushback, one thing about human history is that it's dynamic and successive civilizations build upon the achievements of a previous civilization before them. Take the Romans, for example, they built on Greek civilization, the English sort of built on Roman civilization and all that. And they sort of took from things. So is it not possible that the earliest form of these things that these people are claiming, maybe the earliest form of mathematics, would have originated somewhere in Africa, and then it gets transported to the Mediterranean, and then from the Mediterranean to Southern Europe, and then to Western Europe, and then it's now domiciled in the West and seems as if it's a Western invention. Is that not possible?
Of course, but that's the point. It wasn't created by one person. Many things that are argued to be cultural appropriation or theft of something from, let's say, black people, like you said, down the line, as time progresses, as civilizations sort of continue, it morphs into one, it morphs into new things. For example, I had a debate about braiding of hair, and i- i- all the time I hear how braiding of hair is an invention of black people, where when you can trace braiding of hair thousands and thousands of years. There isn't one single group that started this style of braiding. Braiding was used for so many different reasons, for work purposes, for ease, for beauty, for status, to show whether a woman was single or married in so many different cultures. So that's my point about this creationism mindset. It's not that they didn't even discover it, it's just the fact that there's this obsession with wanting to claim everything as being black, and it has to be consistent. If it was your people that created it, especially things like technology and maths, I hear all the time that apparently we built, you know and I don't mean apparently that it's a lie. I just mean that it has to stay consistent. If you had this great sort of technology of old, and you built the first planes, then what is the reason, apart from severe corruption in your nations, that you're not able to thrive, especially when you have the resources, the natural resources? You have most of the metals. So what is the reason why these inventions cannot restart today? That's my main critique with this creationist kind of mindset. Now is not the time to talk about all the things you created. Now it's time to talk about the things you can create to move your so-called people forward.
Mm. So another point that I may add to what you just said is that a lot of the time it seems as if people make this mistake all over the world that something has to originate from only one particular place. It's possible that a certain concept has originated multiple places in the world, in different parts. The wheel, for example, I don't think the wheel originated in just one place in the world and traveled
Mm.
around. People in China may have developed their own sort of wheel. People in
Hmm.
Africa, you get it, things like extraction of metals, different things. So different cultures had to a certain extent concept of these basic and rudimentary technology. It's just that maybe some other cultures over time now grew, maybe by assimilation of other cultures, or there are different factors that come into play that make something much more better than another form. And this brings us to the point of St. Paul in the Bible, who says that and whatever he has done in the past. That what he's looking for now is looking forward to things ahead, he's pressing forward to things ahead. So if we are going to be looking at things of the past, to take glory in things of the past, our ancestors were this. What are you now? That should be the most important question. That should be the most important thing. What are you now? What can you offer now? What can you do now that you are not doing? Because the past is the past and it is gone. You can't keep living off of its glory. Just like saying you've won the World Cup in the past. Well, come on, win it now. We want you to win it now. That's what's relevant. You get,
I think
it's
that's
a
the
matter of
point.
historical records to say you have won it, but are you winning it now? Yeah, so I do agree.
Yeah, exactly. I don't really have much more to add to that.